everyone, it's Reeda here. I thought I would do a bit of a follow-up on the post that I did yesterday about not using candles and not using air fresheners, and discuss with you what a diffuser is, because I know that some people don't know what they are and don't know what they do or how to use them. So I thought I'd just give you a quick overview on how to use a diffuser, what they are and how they work using your essential oils. So a diffuser, so a cold water ultrasonic diffuser keeps the water cold inside the diffuser. So you may have heard of a humidifier. Humidifiers actually heat the water and create steam, and a vapor comes out of them, which will often lace the walls with moisture, and it can lead to mold and all sorts of issues. The other thing that we're doing if we're using a humidifier is we're putting cold, by the time that the water gets into the air, we're actually making cold, damp, moist air. Okay, so that's what we're breathing in. That can actually be issues when we are wanting to clear up any kind of, or support any issues that we're having with our chest or breathing, or during winter and things like that. We don't necessarily want to use a humidifier for the long-term effects that can have too on mold and things like that. So what an ultrasonic diffuser does is, I'll use this one because it's not plugged in. Inside an ultrasonic diffuser, you'll have, in the bottom here, there'll be a little hole, and this is a plate. And inside that plate, it vibrates really, really fast. And you'll see when I turn it on, I'll show you what it does. And what that does is it breaks up the oil and water and creates a mist. So you'll see the mist will come up into the air, and it breaks up the oil particles so that those essential oils are actually coming into the air. Now, the post that I wrote, if you want to go back and check it, it was called Ditch the Candle. Go and read that, about some of the horrendous effects that synthetic fragrance that come from candles or air fresheners or anything like that can have on your health. Like, it's absolutely toxic. And what you can do is you can use a pure, like certified pure essential oil. Just be mindful that some oils are not, even though they say that they are, and they can be a fragrance-based oil. When you have that, and that is all that is coming out with the water, it's a really great way to support your body by using essential oils. And you can use it to clear the air. So if it's stinky air, you can use it to help with the air and purify that. But you can also breathe in that air too, and that will help to support your body if you are wanting to boost your immune system or help support breathing. There's so many things that do. It's amazing to help with moods and emotions, because what happens when we breathe in and particularly smell essential oils, it can have a significant change to our olfactory, through our olfactory senses into the limbic system of our brain. And what that does is it changes how we feel. There's a chemical reaction that happens there. So you can be diffusing an essential oil that is known to be calming or grounding or uplifting, or the different kind of properties that you can get in your oils, and you can significantly impact someone's moods and feelings, not so much feelings, but their moods, by diffusing oils, and they don't even know you're doing it, okay? Because it happens. It's like, it's a chemical reaction in your brain. It's very, very powerful. So sometimes in the mornings, I like to put in some really uplifting oils, and I actually get my kids to choose oils, because I want to empower them to be able to use the oils and to make choices that they've got some control over, because kids are always looking for control, right? So this is a safe way to help them have some control, and they will often choose oils that they are drawn to. So all you do to use your diffusers, they'll all have a level that you fill your water to. So this particular one here has a little ridge that we would fill it up to this spot here. They'll normally say fill line or fill above, so it's got a little max on the section here. So we'd fill up our water to that level, then we'll drop our essential oils in there. Now, sometimes I'll put my oils in first and allow the water to disperse them, but I do find that the oils tend to get stuck on the bottom of the diffuser, so I don't tend to do that as much. You can, if your diffuser maybe has a timer on it and it turns off and it's still got oil in there, water in there, you can just drop some extra oils in there. But basically, any essential oil diffuser an ultrasonic diffuser should turn off automatically as soon as it runs out of water. So you don't need to, you can leave the house and it can be running and it'll turn itself off. So they're really, really safe. The other thing is, because we're using cold water, if a child happens to pull one on themselves, or a kid, a dog, cat, whatever, pulls one on themselves. We're not using hot water like a humidifier, which can burn. Okay, so it's a really safe option. The other thing is, if you're wanting a nice smelling house and you're lighting a candle, how many houses burn down because of naked flames around? So it's a really, really safe option. Paired with a pure grade essential oil, you've got a fantastic way to add a little bit of aroma to your house and support those moods and emotions. So I'll show you how easy it is to use. This is actually my favorite diffuser. I have one at home too. I love it so much that I had to have one in here in the shop. So can you see that? So in this one, this is the orb, and there's still a little bit of water here, so I can't really show you fully. But we've got that little plate in the bottom here. So I'm just going to get my beautiful pink little watering can I just filled up for this purpose. So I'm filling up to the max line, and then I'm going to choose some oils to put in there. Now, this is where people can get a little bit concerned. What oils do I use? How do I use them? How many drops? All that kind of stuff. The best tip that I can give you is use your intuition and use something that you're drawn to. If you have a specific issue that you're wanting to help, so let's say that you're feeling a bit, I don't know, a bit sad and low, okay? You might know that any kind of citrus oils help to lift your mood. So you could get your citrus oils and have a look and go, oh, lime's kind of just jumping out at me, and grapefruit. And I kind of feel like I need to calm down as well. I don't have it here. Maybe I'll add some lavender to that too. So you can make up your own combination. So I'm going to put on a nice uplifting one to get me through the rest of the afternoon doing some work. So I'm actually going to choose that lime and grapefruit, but I'm going to put some Easy Air in there too. I can't find my peppermint. I don't know where my spearmint is, but I know that Easy Air has a bit of that minty aroma that helps to stimulate and get you going a bit more. It opens the airways, helps you take more air in, etc. So how many drops do you use? It really depends on the size of the room that you're in. It depends on who's around, whether you've got pets in there, etc. And if you are diffusing with pets, as long as the oils you are using are therapeutic grade, pure essential oils, and the animals have a space that they can leave, so that you leave the door open so that they can escape if they want to, you can use essential oils around them. If you're not sure, go and check out Dr. Janet Rourke, the essential oil vet, and she has a lot of information about that there, where you can learn more about using oils safely with animals, so I won't go into that anymore. So I've got my lime, my Easy Air, and my grapefruit. You might have these oils and go, how many drops? If I'm in a small bedroom, I might use 1 or 2 drops total in my diffuser. If you're not sure about, if you've got a blend that you love and you don't want to use too many drops, get all of these oils and an empty, like one of the little, I've got one over there, but I won't run and grab one, a little essence bottle or an empty essential oil bottle, and put the drops of oils that you want in your blend. So we've got 3 oils here. I'm like, yeah, I love this diffuser blend. I don't want to always go and grab these 3 oils. I'm going to get a little empty bottle, maybe one that's an empty Easy Air or one of these oils already. And then let's say I normally do 1 drop of Easy Air and 2 drops of each of the other ones. I would times those drops by 10 or 20, and then I'd put that many drops into that extra bottle, and I can just put 1 drop into my diffuser and have that blend go in, rather than having to do 3 drops. Or I can do 3 drops from that master blend that I've made, and it just means I only have to pick up 1 essential oil bottle. So I love that tip. It's really good for all sorts of things. So how many drops? I'm going to test whether I like this combination. So open up your bottles, hold them together, and then in a fast movement underneath your nose, breathe them in. If you just kind of go, I can smell each individual oil there. What I want to do is, I want to know how this is going to work together with all of these oils that I've chosen. So as you spin it around underneath your nose really fast, those aromas meld together like they're going to do in my diffuser. So I've actually found I would like less Easy Air in mine, and I actually want more of the citrus. I love citrus. So what I can do is I can, instead of holding them even like I was before, I want a bit less of my Easy Air. So I'm going to hold it down just a little bit, and I'm going to come back underneath my nose. And now I can smell less of the Easy Air. So what does that do when I'm putting it into my diffuser? So I've got a fairly open space, large space here. So I'd be happy to do 5 drops or so in here. At home, I sometimes do 10 because I've got a massive open plan area, and it depends on the oils too. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to do 1 drop of my Easy Air or 2. So I've done 2 drops of Easy Air because an extra one came out because it was fast. But I want to have more of these ones because I really liked that combination. So I've done 2 of that. So I'm going to do 3 because I don't want to have 18 drops in here. So that's, my maths is really good, obviously. 3 of my grapefruit and 3 of lime. Okay, so that has given me my essential oil blend that I'm going to use in my diffuser. And it's, if I find, I always suggest going with less drops to start with, because if I find that this is too strong, I'm kind of stuck because I've put the oils in already and I've got to get rid of it. If you haven't put enough oils in, you can always add some more in there. But one tip, particularly, there's a lot of people, particularly when you're using, say, doTERRA oils that are really quite potent, people go, they disappear after about 15 minutes. I just can't smell it anymore. You have a change within your olfactory sensor, so with your nose, that after about 15 minutes of being exposed to a certain smell, it's like an awareness that you have. Okay, that I don't need to be concerned with that aroma anymore. You might find that if you're in a stinky room, like if you're staying in a hotel that smells, initially when you walk in it smells. I tend to put a diffuser on, but after a while you won't smell it because your nose has got used to it. And that will also happen when you use a diffuser. So when you have a diffuser going for 15 minutes or more and you're still in that room, you may be able to smell it if you come right over it and you smell it that way. But if you leave the room and you go for 15, 20 minutes or longer, come back in, you'll then be able to smell the aroma. So you don't need to keep topping up because you can't smell it. Don't waste your oils, and you just don't need to. You don't need that extra amount. 1 drop of essential oil is amazing support for your body. So I'm going to show you this before I put it on. It gets really messy, so I'm going to show you what happens to create your mist. So this is just a little rocking one. Where is it? Try not to spill it. It's much easier when the lid's on. I know. Okay, so we've got it turned on. So what happens is that little plate that's at the bottom starts to vibrate, and all of these the particles will actually start to disperse through that water. So this mist that's coming up here, that's going to come up through the top of the diffuser. So when I put this on, you'll see it will, you might not be able to see it because I'm white behind there. You'll see that when that's on there, you'll have a mist that comes up. It's not hot. You can touch this. If you do have a diffuser that is heating up, like a cold water diffuser, I would suggest replacing it because there's probably something wrong with it. I did used to have one that got really, really hot, and they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be cool. They may warm up a little bit because there's a bit of friction going on in there with the plate, but it should not get to the stage where you're feeling going, whoa, that's hot. That should not be happening. And I would check that everything's okay with your diffuser. So this is going to disperse these oils into the air, and I can breathe it in. And it smells really nice. It's not overwhelming with my Easy Air, even though I put those extra drops in there. But I now have something that can be diffusing through here that's going to help with the mood of the room. It's going to help with the aroma of the room. I can't speak. I should have used some oils before I did this. But this is a much safer option. If you are using something that has synthetic fragrances in there, you are doing your body harm. If you have pets, you are harming your pets. If you have children, same thing. I'm just going to be full on, that it's actually really dangerous using synthetic fragrances. It affects our endocrine system, and it's a toxic load on our system. Okay, so please stop it. It doesn't necessarily have to be just air fresheners and candles and things like that. Anything that's got a fragrance in it, your cleaning products, your body care stuff, makeup, clothes, all that kind of, like anything that's got a fake smell to it, ditch it. So there's a couple of different options that you can do for diffusers. So you can get ones that shut off after a certain amount of time. So you might want a quick burst. First of all, I don't know, a short amount of time. So you can get them with timers. Something like this will run for 7+ hours, and I normally have this going in my house, and I just let it go. You can stop it if I wanted to turn this off. You can have it with the light off, but I can just turn it off. That water is still in there. So if I'm going out and I don't really want that running, when I come back in, just turn it back on. So you can be in there and kind of moving around with where you actually, or how long you want them running for. You can get ones that are really short running. You could get ones for your car. So this is the Aroma Move, and it's fantastic because you can use it in the car, but it also has a plug that you can plug into the wall too. So in the car, you can get these little car diffuser clips. So these ones have like a little felt pad that you can put your essential oils in, and you clip it over your air vent and it just pushes the air through, so you get that aroma. They're great, but if you really want to up it in the car, get yourself a car diffuser, because they're fantastic, and they'll fit in your car cup holder too. There's different ones for different budgets. Can I please recommend, do not get a cheap diffuser because you'll end up spending more, because a lot of the cheaper diffusers, I don't know whether I can say this, but some people will have seen some in a homewares shop that's very good value, that people go in there and spend lots of money because it's all cheap and it's a big shop. I don't know if I can say the name of them. Anyway, they go in there and they get like the $20 diffuser, and they're like, oh, this is a diffuser and it's cool and it's great. They tend to not last, so you'll end up, that's the experience and feedback I've heard, you'll end up paying more, and often they don't distribute the oils as well too. So you may have a diffuser going, but it's like, well, the output's not very good. So look at investing, especially if you're using high quality oils, make sure you're using diffusers that are okay with the oils and not going to break down the plastic, and some of them have questionable parts that have been used in them as well. It's all sorts of options that you can find. Like, I grabbed a whole stack of them. Like, you can get ones that are pretty funky colors. These ones, I have one of these in Toby's room, and I have one of these in Millie's room, because they'll run for up to 18 hours. So that's a Breeze and that's the Bloom, and they have exactly the same base. This one changes color. This one doesn't, it just has the light come on and off. If you want something pretty, you can get ones that have got nice ceramic, or the glass. If you want a really long running one, they have been the most popular one so far, the Elm diffuser. But honestly, look at what's right for your budget. What's the area that you are wanting to diffuse in? Because something like this, it's a waste in like a really tiny, I don't know, bathroom or something. Like, you just don't need something like that. Get one of the little diffuser pod things, the Banksia pods. I got good English. But think about what the output is of the diffuser and the size that it is and the room that you're doing. So my big open plan area at home, I have a big diffuser that goes for a long time, and it actually does a really great job in that area. And I use this same one in our shop here. So find what works for you. Please ditch any kind of synthetic, fragranced, like, there's some, oh, it just makes me angry. Please get rid of those and start using your oils, and make sure you're using oils that are not fake, because you can use this, put in a fake essential oil or one that says that it's pure, and it's the same kind of thing. A lot of the time they'll have some kind of synthetics in there, and you're breathing that in, and it's really toxic for you. So hopefully that helped, and hopefully I did cover everything that I meant to. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask, and either here or you can message us. But I absolutely love having diffusers going at home, because I can affect the moods, particularly of my children, which is amazing, without them knowing what I'm doing. Okay, and I can do it for myself. I can choose to sit in this horrible, grumpy mood, or I can go, you know what, I'm going to put something in that helps me feel a bit better. Everyone's all sick and snotty. Let's put some oils in that helps to protect us and purify the air as well. So I love diffusers. A little tip, I don't think I've got both of them here. Balance is a doTERRA blend, and Citrus Bliss, which is over there. I didn't bring it with me over here. The two of those together at 5 o'clock or before, whenever you're making dinner and the kids are annoying each other and they're fighting and they're cranky and you just want them to stop, put equal drops of Balance and Citrus Bliss in your diffuser. Walk away for about 5 minutes, just let them breathe it in, maybe 10 minutes, 5, 10, whatever. Come back, and the times that I've done it, guaranteed every time I have done it, my children like each other. It's like a magic transition. It's amazing. So that's one of my best tips, is Balance and Citrus Bliss together for calming those children. Okay, I hope that's done. And look, you can find, we've got books on diffuser blends. they're great because they give you inspiration. If you're not sure what to put in your diffuser, get your oils, look at them and go, yeah, I might try On Guard and lemongrass together. Smell them. Are they going to work? Put them in your diffuser. The worst thing that happens is you make a diffuser blend that's not your favorite. Go and pop it into your rinse cycle on your washing machine and use it as a rinse for your clothes. So hopefully that has helped. I'm going to go now. I'll speak to you later. Bye.